Can you hear me? Sweet. I'm not much of a live streamer, but we'll give this a shot at least. I'm playing around anyway tonight. Who's Bryce? I don't know a Bryce. Oh man, you know what? I can't do this. I gotta do. Give me this guy. You don't know yourself. The map is close to being playable. I mean, I've got one farm that's pretty much playable. I got fuel right there. I guess I should buy this farmland, huh? Yeah, there's lots to do yet. I mean, like, I gotta fix these. I don't even know where these come from. Town is not done at all. I got somebody working on the roads, but fields are mostly done. Easy, Bryce, easy. Yeah, I mean, I got alfalfa in here. I do want to redo the alfalfa because, like, I don't know, almost looks like sunburnt or something on the top. You know what I mean? And I know why. It was when I was making the textures. I got some like white, little white things in there and different things. Yeah, AF Farms isn't just any old person. I know who that is in real life. So who's the mother bit? Am I just so out of the loop? DR and I, we talk, we get along. I don't know that we've helped each other directly with anything directly yet outside of like giving us advice or things like that. But no, DR hasn't done anything on this map. I haven't done anything on any of DR's maps. It kind of drowns out your voice. Thank you. Is this any better? I have notifications on. Oh, sweet. What's up, AG? Now, AG is helping me with some things for the map. Too quiet now. Am I too quiet or the game is too quiet? Okay. Hang on. There's a middle ground. Yeah, like I said, DR and I, like, we get along. We help each other on things, but like we have we have some different preferences and like to do our own things once in a while. So we give each other advice, but when it comes to actually putting in work on stuff, kind of stick to our own projects. Okay, good to hear. Volumes are good. Thank you. Now that I've done this once and I'm getting everything tweaked, I'll have my settings better in the future. But yeah, I don't know, AG. Like you did my roads for me. Granted, I got to get way better textures, but you did my whole road network and it turned out pretty good. Just got to fix some. I got one other guy fixing intersections. Yeah, I don't know if they look badass. Like I tried to get the tire tracks or whatever, but it didn't quite work. Who's that guy that makes the Missouri map? He just posted some roads that really look awesome, and I'd love to be able to use those and just change the color a little bit. But yeah, we got plenty of hills, plenty of views. Yeah, yes, that one, AG. That is the one. Yeah, his roads, and he has a 2-lane and a single lane gravel road. Both of them look outstanding. You're gonna back convert this one? Yeah, I won't hold my breath on that one. Gonna convert St. Edward to 25 while you're at it? They look good, but texture far away. Alan, are you talking about the roads? My roads or Celebuki's? Oh, 25 will be a better game. It's just not there yet. We're close. I'm amazed and pleased at course play and auto driver here already. Just need a couple more little things, and then, I mean, it's playable now. No, I think you're the real deal, Bryce. Aren't you the secret behind all my success? Actually, let's go to a different field. Alfalfa have stubble. They're gonna make me go back. Yeah, it's just the texture from 22 or whatever. Yes, I made the actual stubble brown because that's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes you see alfalfa. If you cut it low enough, it'll kind of have that brown color. So that's what I did here. Um, but then the alfalfa windrow itself, again, is pretty fuzzy, not a great texture because it's a different size now in 25 than it was in 22. But yeah, it has stubble. It regrows. I'm gonna redo all the alfalfa. I'm kind of on a texture roll lately. Where is 60 at? Oh yeah, I did not make that grass mowable. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably release alfalfa. Just not that alfalfa. I think I can do a better job than that. So I'm gonna redo it, do it up to FS 25 specs, and then yeah, I mean I've got tons of projects in the works right now. Um, map being one of them, and anytime I take time away from to work on things like that instead of the map, then people go, well, why aren't you working on the map? Round and round it goes. Well, thanks, Outlaw. So over there you see a feedlot. I haven't done anything yet there, but that's the small feedlot on the map. I do need to do power lines too, but I can play without power lines, so. Field stage. Yeah, that's right. I remember Outlaw. Put a lot of silage through those things too, huh? 30 million head feedlot. Yeah. Evening. Do I have a release date? Well, no. I got way too much to do. Um, I'm just like barely getting the map to a playable spot at this point, and there are things in life that are more important than prioritizing a map, so I don't want to put a date on it. It took me 2 years to make Saint Edward, and this is 4 times the size of Saint Edward. But there's some stuff still missing, like some power lines along some of these gravel roads, which sure make it feel a little bit more real. And then once I get the gravel road texture a little bit better, see how I got that short grass right next to the road? I'm going to do a better job at doing that. Yeah. Bryce believed in me when St. Edward was just a twinkle in my eye. I think we still have some of those old pictures too, like how bad it was at some points. Because it was bad at some points. I was not very good, and I learned a lot, and I'm still making plenty of mistakes, but I'm a little bit faster at them at least. Yeah, so Outlaw, that's one reason I wanted to put mint in the game. And you know what? Let's mow some mint down. Just for fun. Yeah, so like fermenting silos and making silage and all that. That's one of I love chopping and I love mowing. I love the hay or like mowing, chopping. I love all that. I don't love packing stuff. It's a lot of work. And either you got to do a production like that, which I don't know, feels like cheating sometimes. So that's why I was thinking like, well, let's make some mint. I can just chop it and sell it. And what is that mod? How did you change your field? It's just the developer controls. Easy Dev's not out yet, but you can still, if you hit the little number next to number one, pulls up this, hit it twice. If you go to field state and just hit enter, it pulls up this menu and you can set fields to whatever you want. I think there's one more thing you got to do to like activate this, but there's a YouTube video out there somewhere for how to do it about console commands. But makes testing way easier. I can change my FOB, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, gotta have cheats enabled. Thanks, Bryce. That's another thing. You see my header bouncing? I gotta smooth these fields out a little bit better too. Yeah, I don't think it would take too much to convert the bunker silos. Outside of like the texture system, which I don't think those bunker silos even use from 22, just like XML differences. Yeah, like some areas like this feel pretty cool. This is all just done with the DEM. This was here, this is what it's like in real life. You know, maybe an extra fence or something. But, yeah, the little winding gravel roads, little water feature down there. Not bad. Yeah, he's big. 233 fields. Yeah, that's right. That's right, AG. And even so, like, there was a CB radio that I converted, just a cab asset today, and it had the vehicle shader, but like it was just a radio. I just needed one color, so I just took it off and put the albedo texture color, whatever, in there, and it seemed to work just fine. Put it in that combine. I'm getting ready to release with the wrap on it. Oh, sorry, wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, now I've done it. Build a big trucking / grain farm. Oh, let me catch up. So outlaw. Well, if you pulled something else's production XML, you'd have to do all the link nodes and everything again. It'd probably just easier to look at that, use it as like a reference, and then just change the values. You don't have to change all the link nodes. Alan, oh, that's an easy answer because there's a farm I had to delete, and I basically just deleted the farm, painted grass over it, but it's a pretty flat spot. It's over on the east side, just north of the dealerships a little bit, right by field. What is it? Like the last fields on the map. There's kind of a cut in and a big grass patch. That's the best spot for building, hands down. Bryce, you're working on a combine. Yep, yep, yep. That's why the map's gonna take 5 years to get finished. And it's all gonna be Bryce's fault, so hit him up in the comments. Fluently painted parts are more than one color scale. Yeah, agreed, AG. And I am not an expert in Blender, which is why I recruit help from people like you. About as good as an A-War. Wonder if... Where's some trucks? Oh, hang on. Bryce, I gotta ask you a question on Discord. How do I, as moderator? Yep, see you. Thanks for stopping in, Alan. Whose truck is that? This is Retro Modding. Has this in testing right now, and it is pretty sharp. When I got my headphones in, that sounds so nice in the headphones. Oh, I did a terrible config job though. Oh, that sound is outstanding. Why can't I? Yeah, we're just gonna live with this. Don't mind my poor configuration job. I can't change it, Price. It won't let me. I'm trying to hit the button. Fine. Please fix that. Alright, I'll get a different one. What's up, Cheesy? Sell it. Yeah, I know. I'll just buy another one. Straight truck. This is what I did, though. The moss body. Was I not supposed to do that? She's in the house. Okay, I'm really not sure what to. I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully this one's better. Oh, and I forgot the hood. I did all the configurations wrong again. Okay, a little bit better. I'm gonna work with that. Yeah, Retro and I have worked together, and we share some things back and forth, kind of test for each other. So he sent me this to play around with. But how many viewers I got? 9 right now. I'll show you the cool part of the map. If does anybody know I'm building a gigantic feedlot yet? Besides you, Bryce. Never heard of her. Well, let's go take a look. So I looked it up, and this feedlot in real life they actually just added on. So I put the new addition on too, and they took it up to 25,000 head of cattle. So kind of cool views on the hilltops, huh? I can get out of this field. Yeah, I'll give a little preview that I haven't given on Facebook yet. Okay, so here's where it starts. You see on my mini map. Whoops. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to post or share a link to the stream. So I think I got all that sorted. Yeah, this is not just well, St. Edward had a feed yard. I wouldn't say I was a pro at that, but this is a little bit bigger, so I'm going to cruise through this at a pretty fast speed. But this takes up what, 3/4 of ground, so quite a bit. Oh, and I put trees in. I forgot to remove that in the info layer. Feed yard. Yeah, so those trees don't belong there. I forgot to move that. We'll sneak through here. Because here there's more. Outlaw, I thought you owned the, oh, what was it, the dairy just to the east of there. There's a dairy I made actually for Bryce. There's a funny story behind that. I thought that's the one you were playing on. Had the one big dairy barn. But we got a few cows here. These fences, I mean, I'm showing off a lot of retro modding stuff, I suppose, because Retro gave me these fences and feed bunks and everything. He did a great job modeling those. So, plenty of cows, plenty of cows. Also owned 2 of the dairies. Yeah. So that's like half of the feed yard. Now we'll go check out the other half across the road. This is where, and this isn't done yet, so bear with me. But we're gonna have a shop here. And then in real life, from what I can tell, they've got a scale that runs right through here, so I'm going to do the same thing, put a scale. Have my auto drive courses set up to run across the scale, whether they're bringing in silage or hauling out cattle. Put some big silage piles there. Oh yeah, nice shop, AG. I gotta get better colors than that. You get so many choices with color schemes, and I don't know, you just kind of guess and check, and I don't like the colors I picked for that, so I'll take advice or tips. Whoop. So now we'll make the loop across. You can see how far it goes. I mean, all those piles out there, that's all cattle pens. Hi, Bryce. Why did I make you a moderator? Are you doing anything? Oh. Yeah, I gained like, what, 3 or 4 viewers from posting on Facebook, so. Green, white, red or white, or tan instead of. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to do like all my farms just white and green with green trim or white with red trim though either. I'll pick a select few that look good with that, but then. Yeah, you really got to drive around this thing to get a sense of the scale of it, because it is huge. Shades of brown. Send me some color scheme, or like, what is it? The placeable config. Send me the numbers for like a tan or something that look good, and I'll put it in there. Sweet, thanks, Outlaw. Who likes the moderators, though? Well, that's kind of why I made you, because it's easy to dislike you, Bryce. You're a great fit. Thanks for being on the team. Orange entire color. See, like that's great, but it's too many choices for a simple guy like me. I'm not that smart to figure out all the color choices and make a good decision. I want like just 2 or 3. Like here, pick from these 2 or 3 and go. So back here, from what I can tell, this is where they pile their manure back here in real life. Extremely indecisive. Am I really, or are you just giving me grief? You know why I did this, Bryce? You see this terrain here? Ooh, made it. It will all be somewhat functional, but maybe not how you'd expect. Um, I'm not going to spill all the beans on that yet, but yeah, there's going to be a way to farm or to grow, raise, whatever you call it, 25,000 head of cattle. And obviously, there's the pens there. I put a bunch of these static cows in to reduce the number of moving cows, so that'll help with FPS. Um, and then I've got a system worked out because I kind of want to play with this many cattle, but I like playing single player a lot. So I've got some ideas on how to make that work using auto drive and some other tools. Um, but I got to make sure it works first. I still got to finish a lot of this. Like the pens are pretty much done, but I got to build out this feeding area and then like a manure area too. Are them going to be shops or what's the deal? Oh, so Bryce, this is going to be the Retro sent me his concept for a commodity barn, and I have it hidden when I'm playing the game, but in GE it's right here, and that's why I put the terrain down because he's got a lot of bin or like bunks that kind of set down into the ground, and so I had to lower the terrain for those. And then you drive through right here, and that's where you can load up your feed wagon with feed and then take it on out. But big commodity barn right here is the plan. Check your DMs. CAG, that's perfect. What you sent me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that right there is perfect. I just don't want to have to figure that out on my own and like do every color individually. I want them like to be package deals. So you just pick one and it does all three colors in whatever configuration set. Yeah, well, I usually play single player too. It's I don't know. It's so hard to coordinate times with people and stuff. It's fun when it works, but it just doesn't work a whole lot to play with other people. So, and with course play and auto drive, not always a need. Where's the scale going? Okay, great question. So this tan shed in real life, there's a scale right here, like a lane. I'm not sure if they use it for feed or for cattle or for both, but I'll put a scale there. And then my thought was, trucks come in from either side, they weigh, then they drive over. This is a big silage pad, so they could dump it here, here, or there. But they come in, they dump, and then they go back out. That was my thought, at least. And then I think I need to do something in here to actually have like a loading chute and unloading bay, however that works in real life. I'm no cattle expert, but do something here for loading cattle so then trucks can kind of come down this lane, load up cattle somehow, maybe go weigh and leave. I don't know if you weigh cattle before. Gotta realize truck drivers are stupid. You gotta make it simple. I know. I know. But I mean, this is the layout of this place in real life, and they really have a scale there. They really do their silage piles right there. So, I mean, it must work. I don't know. Any big grain farms, I just don't think I have enough room on this map for grain farms. I think the map's pretty full. No, that's a joke. Yes, there's going to be lots of grain farms. I actually have plans to put Larson Farms. I have a spot picked out for Larson Farms. I've got all that drawn out. Man, this is slow. Oh, dang it. So I was going to put Larson's down here, make a little lane, and then have Larson Farm here to scale. I have the picture and everything set up in GE. I'm thinking maybe other people will convert that stuff and get it set up. And then that's actually kind of a cool grain farm in real life. So I'll probably build that out as close to real as possible. You can see the bins, of course. And then where is it? Millennial Farmer, I'm thinking I'm going to put right in here somewhere. Like maybe take this farm out, put it across the road so that his tree line is in the north like it is in real life. Do something like that. Uh, and then one cool thing, since everyone's watching, if you can see, there's terraces in some of these fields. I got power lines too, but yeah, sometimes they're not that extreme, but they are there. So you kind of getting into this part of the world where they terrace, and they'll either farm the terraces like that, or man, hey Eastern Kansas, hey AG, are you still here on the stream? Nope, he's gone. Shoot. Here's the town. A lot of work to do here. Oh, you are here. Okay. So, for what it's worth, the dealership. I was gonna put it right here, and it's a little bit too big if we want like the lot and everything the way it is in real life. So, I'm pivoting, and I think I'm gonna put the dealership right here in this spot. Because there it fits really nicely. And there's a lot of just empty flat space here in the map right now. But I'm gonna need a bridge. So, anyway. Um, Show them what I've got. I'm gonna let you take the credit for that. Yeah, so Maverick, it's gonna be the Acres location in David City, the brand new store that has all the pictures and attention. I got AG building that for me right now, and yeah, it's in David City. It's not in Creston, but it's gonna go on this map, and it'll be a John Deere dealership, of course, an Acres dealership. And it's gonna go right over there, I think. Did this the other day. Yeah, outlaw. It's kind of one of those things you got to fall in love with the process to really do it well, or do it right, I should say. Like, I don't know, there's sometimes I like playing, and there are sometimes I just don't, but I still really enjoy doing this mapping stuff. So I've kind of found a nice balance with it, but it's not for everybody. You gotta really find a love for just sitting in Giants Editor for a long time. Bryce, what's unrealistic? Oh, here's the other feedlot. Yeah, it can. It can. I'll probably be working on this map for the entirety of 25, and because it's got so many things that I like, I might just like this might just be my forever map that I just keep converting and updating and all this stuff. I don't know. Because you get like here, there's some of these one-sided terraces that are kind of cool. You know, where they're in lines like that. And then right here in the same field, you get the true one-sided terraces where they're grassy on one side. And like, yeah, that's hard to farm with course play and stuff, but it's fun, it's realistic, and it's some variety. It keeps things interesting. Like you come back here, kind of a cool farm that's just right along the creek here. Tree lines. Well, and this field's kind of cool too, because this is what it looks like in real life, but it's actual like grass terraces, and they got trees along the terraces too. So it makes for some interesting farming. So plenty of variety. I gotta clean up that creek a little bit. And like, this is kind of fun. There's a little tiny field here, and then you kind of come through this little dirt road, and there's a little hidden farm here in real life. Or maybe it's a retired farm, I don't know, but I need to put something neat there. Just lots of room to do cool things. You see the bins, the bin outlines, so nice grain farm there. And tons of spots, like, oh, one more thing. This is a pretty cool dairy too. Kind of right along the road. And then see, like, even there's a silage pile from the DEM that just poured it in. So that's pretty cool. And then they got like cattle barn and I think like some pasture here. Maybe that's a pasture. I'd have to look at my image again to know, but I kind of sketched a lot of it out so I can recreate the farm. This is one I'll probably recreate as close as I can to real. Isn't it past your bedtime? Yeah, yeah. Normally I'm not up. Yeah, normally I am in bed about 8. Kids will do that to you. A cool farm concept there, but yeah, lots of potential. You're right. Usually I don't last 3 minutes. What's clipped? Oh, pff, you did not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, let's do something fun. Who says you're getting a demo, Eric? I guess a 640. I thought you were talking about the big one. I don't even think we have a big one anymore. We were going to get like a 715, and I don't think that happened anymore. I think the big one would fit down the gravel roads. You can get it on narrows, um, kind of, but yeah, it's made for Canada, pulling big air seeders. Can you set your land all 24 inches deep? What's up, snowman? No such thing as overkill. Gah, my radio. Anyone know anything about? I think that's called a skin mesh, where you're like moving a. I gotta watch where I'm going. Where you're moving a bone in GE. That cable follows what's called a bone, and I move it in GE, save it, reload. Doesn't follow the mic, and I don't know why. Okay, that flex. That's nice. Yeah, terraces are a pain. That's why, like, I guess that's one reason I love this map because there's one, two, there's only 3 fields out of 233 that have grass terraces like this. And then there's probably 4 others that have like terraces that are farmed all the way over the terrace. So if you want to play on them, great, but you certainly don't have to. Sweet. What are you planting on St. Ed? Will I be adding more trees? I don't know. Do I need more trees? I think I've got 30,000 trees on this map right now. Yeah, yeah, Kyle. They do look nice with the silver reel. I'll give them that. But I can tell you from experience, they don't flex nearly as much or as well. It's all about that dealer support, right? Eric, was that last year or this year I couldn't get to the 35? Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe if you didn't have that John Deere combine, you wouldn't have got done with harvest so quick, and I could have gotten you ahead in time. It's 23. Okay. I got one now. You want to demo one now? You got anything that's still in the field? We haven't sold our demo 35 yet. Kyle, I don't know what you're talking about because York is the same thing. One of the things you love about Medicine Creek, real look, fields, trees. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen everything that I've got on this map, but I've got plenty of trees, and it's well, you kind of look in the distance. Just depends on the area of the map, but it's pretty synced to what it's like in real life. I could maybe add a few more here and there, but I don't know if I'm that far off. Cut way back on the bean acres, yeah. I heard one guy, funny enough, Eric. Um, I think he was like frustrated with the lack of help he was getting in harvest with trucks and everything else, and he got so pissed off. He's going all beans in 2025, like not planting a single acre of corn. He's going all beans. I don't know how. Oh, the case dealer. Yeah, they always have what you need because they can't sell it to anyone else. Mark, yeah, I think I was kind of going back and forth on names for a while, but I am going to call this Creston, Nebraska. Will performance be an issue on a 16X? Yeah, like almost certainly. This is 16 times. That sounds terrible. That sounds. It's okay. We're not selling anything either. I can't talk. Um, yeah, performance will be an issue on a 16X. I mean, that's just the nature of it. This is 16 times. This is 16 regular maps all lumped into one. So I've got a maybe above average spec computer. I'm not doing all right, or I'm doing fine. This is pretty typical for me to be playing in that 30 to 40 range. The map will slow down even more the more I add to it, but this is not bad. But you can't play it with a potato. Just the terrain alone is just too big. Give me 1 second, guys. Hmm. Yeah, Mark, you're out of Norfolk, right? I'm out of Lincoln, if you didn't know. Yeah. So one thing I did, I'll share a little secret. See if I can find a good spot with a lot of trees. Trees will affect performance. I did one kind of trick, I guess you could call it, to help performance a little bit. I did this in 22 and it worked well on one of my 16X maps that I never released. But the let me find a good spot if this saves. What's up, Squatch? Okay, let me find some good trees here. Let's go down here. Maybe. Okay, I'll use this as an example. Well, yeah. Okay, so you see like this thick bunch of trees? It's not just all regular trees. I basically drew it's like 30 feet in from any forest, and the outside I made regular trees, and then once you get to the middle, it's LODs only. It's like if you get up close to these, you see they look like crap because they're just flat LODs. And they don't look good when you're up close, but when you're looking at them from way back here, it still makes the forest look thick and good and everything. So it helps with performance, I think. I noticed the difference, so I'm doing that on this map too to reduce the horsepower because this thing's going to take plenty of horsepower. Yeah, yeah, dairy deer. It doesn't work for good for like tree lines, like something like this. You can't do it because you'll want to see trees on both sides and have them look good. But where's another spot? I think up here I did it too. Yeah, here I definitely did it. I think I need to fill it in a little bit better. than I did. But yeah, so from the outside, good, normal FS22 trees. But then if you go in, and there's our crappy looking trees. So I could make it thicker, but I just get a good start. I'll burn my PC for a good map. Well, I can't help you there because this is not a good map. Not right now. How many horses run your computer? Every horse that I have, all of them. That's the answer. AG, are you still here? Oh, yeah, there's another good spot too. What's this I hear about a mint crop? Is that too early? No, it's not too early. That's what you're looking at right here. A little bit early because I'm just getting it going a little bit. But I don't know if this is correct or what. So, Eric, according to Chat GPT, hey AF, tell your dad you can stay up as late as you want. But Eric, according to Chat GPT, mint can be grown in Nebraska. The climate's fine, the soils are fine. Like no reason you couldn't. I think it's just there's no market for it, and I don't know if the market is like that huge even in the places that it is grown. But I think I said this earlier on the stream. Like I wanted something that I could mow and that I could chop and just sell and just take in somewhere and sell. I don't want to have to pack it into a bunker, let it ferment and do all that stuff because and I don't want to use a production thing to fake it. So I don't know. I thought mint might be a cool idea and kind of got on a roll one day and just made it. So yeah, I don't know. You tell me, is this a decent looking mint texture? I made it in one day. So I don't know. Mark. So yes, yes and no. Well, hang on. Dairy 1920s. Do you have any pictures you could send me? Because like, I mean, I'm pretty sure ChatGPT made this for me, and then I just put it into a texture. I don't know very much about mint, but I just like the concept of it. Um, Mark, the answer to your question, no, it's not going to come because I'm making better versions. And I guess if you want a spoiler, I'll give you one. Let's go. Let's find a new field, and I'll show you my soybeans. What's up, South Sask? I can't talk anymore. South Sask. Sorry. Um, that field. That field. What's going on here? 229. I'll show you my soybeans. Might as well call it the reefer. Sorry, Eric, I just saw that. Yeah, some people on Facebook thought that, and I went, eh. But here's my soybean textures I'm working on. Again, still kind of work in progress, but it's a good start at least, and it's better than the leafy textures that Giants uses. Dairy, yeah, if you have anything, I'll be very interested because I do want it to look kind of real. But from what I can tell, once they chop it, they blow it into like specialized trailers so that they can steam it and distill take it to the distillery and all that. In my opinion, just using a regular silage trailer and taking it to sell is, I guess that's where I draw the line. That's close enough for me. Um, but the texture and everything, I want to look good. So if you've got anything, I'm all ears to make it look good. But yeah, kind of some work in progress soybeans. I'm probably spilling a lot of my secrets, but I guess I got 25 viewers on here, so I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, I agree, Mark. The one thing I didn't like about the ones in 22 is that the pods just seemed really, really tiny on them. And to be honest, I don't even think it was my texture. I got it from somewhere else. I know that. I just kind of made it work and maybe changed some slight colors and stuff. But I don't know if that's too many pods or if that's just right. And maybe the pods are a little bit big, but I don't know. This is farm sim. Doesn't have to be perfect, does it? I probably need to take the terraces out of this grass field because they're farmable. Enclosed trailers, trap oils on the inside, take 10 minutes still. Yep. Yeah, so their trailers are all set up for that, but I don't know if I hauled it in and had a sell point that was called a mint distillery. Um, I think that'd be good enough, at least for what I want to do. Yeah, Mark, this is Nebraska, so I mean, maybe that'll be my excuse. These are Nebraska soybeans, so you're not going to find anything better. Big marble beans instead of little pebbles, and lots of them. Well, Dairy Deer, I will be your volunteer. If you want to tag team it, I will handle the crop side. If you give me some direction or some like, yeah, give me some visuals to kind of follow, and I can handle the crop side of things. If you want to build a distillery or something, I'm not afraid to go after that a little bit. It's only going to delay the map, 6 more months, but the map's going to take me 5 years anyway. So what's it matter? 200 bushel beans, absolutely. You and me both. I've got like 8 projects in the fire right now, and I want them all done pretty bad. But I've told a couple people, like I've asked a couple people for some help and just like traded some work and traded some knowledge, I guess you could say, just because like I could learn like roads, for example. I could learn Blender. I could do a better job at it. I could figure all that out. But the time it would take me to do all that versus if I spent that same amount of time doing stuff that I'm good at and that I'm fast at, I could get so much more done and get the map done quicker, get it playable quicker, get it make better use of my time. So I'm pretty well outsourcing the roads at this point on this map to other people who are much better at it than me. Um, but like stuff like crop textures, I'd like to think I'm reasonably fast at. I understand them. I can make them work. So I'm not scared of diving into a project like that. And then I get distracted. Like I got the rat from Keneally's here, showing that off a little bit. I'm pretty much. I got one more thing to tweak on this combine, then I'm ready to release it. But I mean that's taking time too. Yeah, exactly. Knowing how to operate equipment versus knowing when to call the mechanic. Or shoot, even just knowing your limits as working on stuff yourself. What you're capable of doing. Who was it? I was watching Grant Hilbert YouTube video or podcast, and he was talking about that how he got really into tiling because it was like a $500 an hour job, and like he figured that out. And yeah, he can't do as many things around the farm. He's gonna if he especially if he scales, he might have to outsource some of that, but it pencils out way more to do that, to get into the tiling and invest in the tiling than to do maybe more common things. I mean, I don't know if it's as simple as like he's going to hire out tillage or something, but it's kind of that concept. Well, let's go over here. Never heard of a mechanic. Yeah. The beauty of working at John Deere. Right, Eric? Is Eric still in here? Well, guys, I probably got to wrap up here. Any other questions? Any other things you want to see on the map here before I call it a night? Thanks for stopping in, Squatch. I don't know what that is, Bryce. Background lots at Feedlot. Uh, what do you mean, Mark? Thanks, Cheesy. Thanks, Rum Barbecue. Rum Barbecue? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bryce, I'll get right on that link as soon as it's done. 2027. Uh, well, guys, I am actually out of time, so I'm going to shut her down. But